Today I'm going to teach you how to create a tie-dye shirt through 3 different methods. Before starting, you'll need a blank t-shirt, rubber bands, gloves, but they're optional, a tie-dye kit, a trash bag, and either another trash bag or newspaper for your surface. It is better to keep the shirt wet so it is easier to work with, so before dyeing the shirt, wash it, especially if it is brand new. The first method I will demonstrate is the bullseye method. Here's an example of how your shirt will end up looking. Lay your damp shirt flat on your surface you are okay getting the dye on. I'm using 2 trash bags. Start by picking spots on your shirt you want the circles to appear on. Put rubber bands along this as far apart as you want, like so. This will create the transition of the colors. Pick the second spot you want the bullseye to be on after the first is complete and continue putting rubber bands like you did for the first. You may have some extra shirt left over that you could possibly make another bullseye with, like I did, so I continue to do the same thing with the third. Now you can add the dye of whatever color you want to each of the sections. Flip the shirt over and continue dyeing each section with the same color to make sure that every part of the shirt is colored. After complete, use the trash bag the shirt is sitting on to fold the shirt inside of it to keep the dye from splattering anywhere else. The next method I will demonstrate is the swirl method, but I know most people already know this one, so I'm going to show you how to add in black stripes so it looks something like this. Begin by pinching the middle of your shirt and twisting it to make a swirl like so. Now add rubber bands to secure the shirt as well as to make the sections you will put the dye into. Now add dye to each section using whatever color you would like. Repeat this process until the shirt is entirely dyed and then flip and do the same to the back side. As you are still on the back side of the shirt, cover the entire back with black dye. Your shirt should now look like this on the back and this on the front. Repeat the same trash bag process and let sit for 6 to 8 hours. The third method I'm going to show you is the stripes method. Your stripes can either be horizontal or vertical stripes depending on what you want. Both are the same process. Begin by fan folding your shirt to create the sections. The way I am doing will create vertical stripes. After folding, begin putting rubber bands on. This will create the sections of colors on your shirt, so put as many as you want or as few as you want, depending on how many colors you are using. I ran out of dye, so I mixed the blue and the pink to create purple. Add dye to each section and make sure to flip over to continue adding dye to the shirt. I ran out of dye and had to add water, so some of my dye looks faded than the rest. Repeat the trash bag process once more and let sit for 6 to 8 hours with the rest of the shirts. After letting your shirts sit, remove them from the bag and take off the rubber bands and rinse under cold water. Let all the dye come out and don't stop until the water is starting to become clear because you are going to put them in the washer and you don't want to dye the washing machine. Repeat this step once again with the next shirt. Since there is black on this shirt, it is going to take a lot longer to get all the dye out, so be patient but still continue to wash it. Repeat this step once again with the third shirt. Now that most of the dye is out of the shirts, put the shirts into the washing machine and add a small amount of detergent with only the tie-dye shirts inside. You can wash on a normal cycle. After washing, put the shirts in the dryer on a normal cycle as well. After drying, this is what all 3 of my shirts looked like. I hope this video helps you learn how to tie-dye.